Can you get on Facebook and message him?
Welcome to the CaveCast, sucker!
Say hi. Hi, it's the CaveCast producer, Marcus. Fat Mike might be calling in, everybody.
Yeah. I haven't seen him.
Not the guy from the punk band. Zow zow, bow, diggy diggy dig, diggy bow. Welcome back to the CaveCast, the proven funniest podcast in Oregon. This is episode 44. I'm Admire. It's April 26th.
Yep.
And how could I make this intro even more meandering than normal? Kynes is with us. And rapper to my left is Munk Diggities.
Yeah.
So, like, I guess since it's kind of fresh, I wanted to talk a little bit about we'll get the MMA talk over early.
Okay.
So
Everybody's favorite part.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get it out of the way, folks, and then there was a couple of things interesting from this fucking not worth it to spend your money on card that they had last night, UFC 186. The return of Rampage, victorious.
Which I need
Rampage
to watch.
Jackson.
He won.
Yeah.
Right on.
The main event, though, is this. There's a weird storyline kind of happening with this guy, Demetrius Johnson. He's the champion of the 125 division.
Small guys.
Yeah, little fellers. And Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson is the champ, and he's basically he is not only has he wiped out the division because it's such a young division, and there's not a lot of competition there. He's beaten everybody, and apparently there was fans.
How long?
Tell him 20 minutes. We'll call him.
All right.
I think I got his number. But there was fans walking out. It lasted 5 rounds. He armbarred the guy with literally 1 second left in the 5-round fight.
Wow.
Like the latest finish of any fight ever.
This was the dude he's supposed to run over, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's supposed to run over everybody is the
Right.
problem. And apparently there was fans walking out as he's just putting on a clinic against this guy. And it's really weird because you've got a guy who is probably skill-wise the best fighter in the UFC.
Yeah.
Like, he is a black belt in everything.
That's why I've heard it elsewhere too.
And people don't want to watch him. I'm curious to see what the pay-per-view buys were this week.
I wasn't excited at all about
No.
it.
He's gonna have to either change his style or go the route of Floyd Mayweather, which is
Not give a shit that everybody just starts watching to see
and
you
get
lose.
everybody so interested in you from your outside persona that they that they come to your fights to not only watch you win but to watch you lose.
Yeah.
I have a sort of, I guess, a thought on that about him not having his fights now don't mean a lot, but consider he keeps on winning
Yeah.
and like he wins 10 more in a row. And he's
becomes-
going on records.
You start talking about UFC records and shit.
He'll start. I think it'll.
That's kind of how it happened for Floyd.
Exactly.
Well-
Nobody cared. Well, early he was knocking people out, but then
Right.
then he started getting more and more defensive, and people started to say he's boring, and then. But he won so many in a row that it became,
Well,
is he ever going to lose?
At that point, it was probably at the point where he had met enough old veteran boxers that slurred their way through a conversation with him to where he started being like, I don't really want to get punched in the head anymore.
That's what
I don't want to slug
yeah.
it out. Yeah, let's,
He said he's always
Fucking
admitted-
Muhammad Ali's told me the same story 67 times.
Yeah, he's always said he's like, I want to leave the sport intact. You know? So
But and so you got people leaving apparently in the middle of. Dana was pissed. He just goes, fuck them. They're not MMA fans. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And that's where you have it is like first of all the card took a hit because it was supposed to. The main event was not supposed to be Demetrius Johnson. They're trying to help him out, you know, by making his fight, even though it's a title fight, co-main event on these bigger fights. And TJ Dillashaw got hurt. That was supposed to be the rematch for the bantamweight championship, and he got hurt, which moved Mighty Mouse up to the main event, and so that hurt the card a lot. It took away from the star power, and
Yeah.
so and that's happened to him before, where the main event fell out and his fight got bumped up, and people were criticizing about the pay-per-view buys and everything. And it's just really weird because you wouldn't see normally a guy that is this masterful. He's literally the best. Like, if you want to see the best fighter fight a fight and follow his game plan and do it to perfection, it's just, and for some reason people call it boring, don't want to see it.
It's the same issue in boxing. There's people that, like, the casual fan wants to see two people lean against each other and just throw haymakers until the fight ends. But
until somebody takes a nap.
It takes hardcore fans to appreciate all the ins and outs, and there's just not as many of those fans as there is casual fans.
Well, yeah, it's funny because the casual fan, they want to sit and watch that, but like you said, they don't understand the mechanics of
or
what's
don't
going
appreciate
on.
it, even if they do understand it.
Yeah, it's not something that they respect, but the people that do watch it, they fucking. I just lost that thought completely. I'll find my rabbit trail.
It's an interesting thing that you'll see whole crowds start booing when there's like two ground fighters that are going at it and transitioning and doing some pretty awesome stuff. But when there hasn't been a punch thrown for a minute, the crowd starts booing, and it's these people who have paid tickets or paid money for tickets. So you would think they're all hardcore fans, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're all for the most part.
I appreciate chess matches in boxing. What people would think were boring boxing matches, sometimes, those are some of my favorite matches if it's good or high level. I don't like, just boring hugging shit. That's whenever I get
Klitschko
bored.
fighting.
Right.
Like, what's the ultimate goal in these fights? Is to win it.
Yeah.
Right? Is to win it. Second is to entertain, but first and foremost, you want to win the fight.
Well, okay, and I didn't pay for the pay-per-view last night, partly because I pay for cards. Like, I'm not going to pay just to watch one guy fight, even if he's the champion and the best fighter. Just like, first of all, he's not my top of the list favorite, but also I pay for a strong card because I care about all the other fights too. I want to see some good shit. And so that's part of the reason why I didn't get it this week, and it's nothing against Demetrius Johnson. I would have loved to watch the fight. And as far as excitement, like, yeah, he put on a 24-minute, 59-second clinic of just picking this guy apart and sapping his will. Mm-hmm. But he pulled the armbar with 1 second left. That's got to be exciting, but I read an article where it was just like kind of like it was already past the after the fact kind of thing where it almost just threw salt in the wound of like a fight that people didn't like to watch. Yeah. It's like, really? Now you're going to do this?
He's like, I finished him. I did it before the fucking fight ended.
What I think he needs is the same thing that Anderson Silva needed, because people started kind of hating on him and not wanting to watch his fights.
He needs a Weidman.
Because he needs a Chael Sonnen, somebody that can talk and get the people in a Conor McGregor that people were getting bored with Jose Aldo fights because he was running out of competition, and now this fucking Irishman comes along.
Floyd ended up getting Oscar De La Hoya that pushed him over the edge. Exactly,
and these guys, it gets stale because you get kind of tired of watching them just run through people, even though finishes are exciting and you could see for a while Anderson was getting bored because
sounds like he's gonna have to move up. Like,
that's kind of,
if he cleared out his whole division and nobody cares about who he's fighting now, he's gonna have to move up.
The one guy they're talking about getting a fight with him now, he's already beat once, but that's what you're coming down to, and I think it's a good fight. I'd like to see that one. It's John Dodson, but you're getting to where he's beat some of the guys in the top 5. He's beat them twice.
Wow.
And
you got to appreciate that, though, man. Like, this guy needs more respect. Sounds like.
And the last guy because he's fought he's fought 3 guys in a row that nobody knew, basically.
Yeah.
So that's a big problem for pay-per-view guys there, because you're just like, well, who do I, you know?
Yeah, who cares?
He's obviously going to run through this guy, and also the lighter weight guys, they fight a little different. You don't see as many knockouts, and it's more, like you said, a chess match where there's more intricacies involved, because power isn't
They're so
necessarily as
athletic,
much of
too.
a factor. And they never get tired.
Yeah.
But so that's kind of what I took away from it, is and like you said, it might be time to move up in weight, or if he can get, you know, his Muhammad Ali, George
Yeah.
Foreman kind of, right? Wasn't that the one that, was it George Foreman?
Mm-hmm. Well, or Frazier. He had
Frazier was the guy. I
Yeah,
was
Frazier
thinking
was
of.
the one they had multiple fights.
That he was the one that Muhammad Ali was going to his house, knocking on his front door or something like that. Fucking-
Yeah. Yeah, he does. That would help him a lot. He needs that guy.
yeah.
I was gonna ask, in that weight division, is there anybody up and coming that is exciting at this point?
There's Henry Cejudo, who was an Olympic, maybe gold medalist, maybe silver medalist,
number 9 in
wrestler.
that-
Yeah, he's only 2-0 in the UFC, but the thing about it is he has had trouble making that weight consistently.
Yeah.
So-
he's better off at 135.
Well, he
almost.
won his last fight at 125, and he made the
8-0.
weight. But yeah, he's 8-0. He's a solid wrestler, but it's just like if you're having trouble making that weight, your cardio is going to suffer trying to get down there, and you cannot have your cardio suffer against Demetrius Johnson, because Horiguchi last night started out the fight strong, where he was throwing shots, but then you get tired, and if you're a guy that relies on power.
Yeah.
That's why kind of Horiguchi got the title shots, because he knocked a couple of those little fellas out. And
Well, at least he has a good problem. Like his problem is he cleaned out his whole division.
He's better than everybody else.
Right.
yeah, you can see it's frustrating to him though, because of the criticism.
Yeah, I've seen the same story before with Floyd, and then there's a guy named Guillermo Rigondeaux from Cuba. He's like a technician. Like, I would say in boxing right now, the 3 best technicians are Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward, and maybe this guy from Cuba. But the problem is it's the same thing. He's not. Nobody cares about his fights, and people consider him boring. I don't consider him boring. I think he's awesome to watch. He puts on clinics, but people want to see Pacquiao fighters, like guys that just go in and make it a war. And it's you can't force people to like things they don't like, I guess. I just wish people would try to learn learn more about the sport, so that maybe they could appreciate those other things that they find boring,
And to respect it for what it's worth.
when Floyd
For what he's worth.
when Floyd traps somebody, like you could see he's bringing the guy to the ropes, and Floyd leans against the ropes and goes into the shell and lets the guy throw a whole combination, and the guy throws like 10 punches, and
Tired
Floyd
himself.
catches maybe all 9 of them, like 9 out of 10 with his, and then comes back. That shit to me is awesome. Like, but to other people it's boring, I guess.
Yeah,
That's
and
a warrior status.
I like I don't like Diego Sanchez as a person, but I fucking love watching his fights, because he goes to battle, and
Yeah.
He give it his all. I still can't get. Was it the Gilbert Melendez fight? When
Yeah.
He just fucking they were throwing bombs. That was a great.
I'm going for it.
Possibly the best round ever I've ever seen.
Yeah. I'm going for McGregor.
Yeah,
against Aldo.
I'd like to see
But
it,
I
too.
was just watching Aldo highlights, because I've only seen a couple of his fights. And Jesus, dude, when that guy kicked you in the leg, you just like, I know it's a highlight reel, so it's all of his best shit. But he literally, everybody he kicks falls down.
He has a lot of best shit.
It's crazy how much power he has in that leg kick, man. It's insane.
I'm having trouble get the.
I think Connor's man enough to just take it. He doesn't even need to check him.
Aldo fought, what's his name? The
Chad Mendez,
the little
Uriah
dude with
Faber.
the braids, Uriah Faber.
Yeah.
And I remember the highlight reel. I'm watching that.
Hamburgered his leg.
And Uriah is just going down like leg kick after leg kick. He's getting up and brawling still, but Jesus.
Try to bring up a picture of Uriah's leg.
I can't get mine to work.
And I was watching the highlight reel, and every time Aldo hit him in the leg, it was like he went down. But he was. I mean, he got right back up and was going for it. But he looked like he was in a shit ton of pain every time he got kicked.
And that's the thing about Uriah is probably what Danny always says. He's the best fighter outside of the championship belt.
And he's as tough as it gets.
You know, he has some experience.
So McGregor, his chances of winning are basically going to be based on probably how is blocking that leg kick.
How he defends that leg kick.
He's definitely got to defend the leg kick. His hands are so good that I could see him walking through and trying to eat some of those just to land shots up top.
Right.
So that could go either way. And you haven't really seen a situation where McGregor comes in with a solid or has to follow a schedule on what do they call it? What's the word? What's the word? My fucking stupid brain won't.
God, our stupid brains today.
Stuck to the. He's stuck to the goddamn.
You can't forget
the thing.
anything.
The thing. You know, they draw it up ahead of
regiment,
time.
The regiment.
Game plan.
Not the regiment.
Fucking game plan. No, not the
The regiment.
Not the regiment. Yeah, game plan. He hasn't really had to game plan on people. Like, he comes in and he does the Anderson Silva thing. He feels them out.
Floyd. Yeah.
And then kind of, just takes his openings where he gets them, and his openings are.
I don't know if there's something to that. It's interesting. I didn't know that Silva and McGregor fought that way, but Floyd Mayweather is a believer in not making game plans.
Really?
He thinks that making game plans it just shackles you and it puts you in the wrong mind frame. He's like,
you
look,
adapt,
and that makes sense. Makes perfect sense.
Every boxer has a certain set of what they can do, and he's like, if you get in there and fill it out, he's like, every game plan you make is going to go out the window eventually.
Yeah,
because the other person's going to make adjustments.
You'd almost have to. Adaptation's one of the
There's
biggest.
exceptions, I guess. I've seen fights where they came in with a smart game plan and it worked.
Yeah.
But I think there's something to that. Is you being malleable, being able to adjust.
And Floyd doesn't, he doesn't game plan because he doesn't know if his wife's gonna grab a pan or a kitchen knife or anything. He wants to be able to roll with the shots.
You got to be able to, smack a bitch at any moment. So
he can evolve throughout the fight.
Exactly.
I didn't know Silva was that way too. Floyd even gone as far as to say he doesn't watch tape.
Really?
Yeah.
See, now that one I don't quite.
No, I think it's crazy myself.
Because if you see that someone has a tendency to be opened up for the uppercut, you'd be stupid not to know about that and
maybe someone else watches film for him.
Well, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what he says. He's like, I don't watch tape. My uncle and my trainers, they watch tape, and they just give me some basic pointers, and then I go in there and adjust.
Sorry. I can't get it to pause. Have you seen this?
Oh my! Rewind that shit.
I'm trying to.
Yeah.
But nigga, you came up on me on some fun shit, nigga. I don't make peace with niggas that come up on me on some disrespectful shit when I didn't even know you, nigga.
Okay, we gotta start this over.
We've watched. That was the N word.
We've watched this before.
Two black
I don't
people.
fuck with you cause you disrespected me. You disrespect my hood by telling me take off my
I made them watch this with their eyes closed first.
Yeah.
I told you I ain't got time for that, but nigga, today I got time, cuz.
So I can't get it to pause, but so this is something we watched a couple months ago. It was this white kid
But nigga, you came up on me on some fun shit, nigga. I don't make peace with niggas that come up on me on some
busting out,
disrespectful shit.
dropping N-bombs left and right.
You walked up on me and set down your beer like, nigga, what's up? How gangster are you, cuz?
That guy looks like he's gonna smack him.
I'll show you how gangster I am, nigga. You can drop off your kid and run my fade.
125 pounds, this guy.
Jesus.
Exactly, nigga. I go hard, cuz you don't want to fuck with me.
Ham.
Hard as a. Okay, now we have to revisit this video Next, you will see why we have to revisit this video.
Oh.
He tried that same stuff with a security guard. And you can tell in the mannerisms it's the same kid.
Uh-huh.
Okay, they're in a hallway.
In a hotel.
He's yelling at a security guard, doing his, I'm on some fun shit. I go hard,
Security guard is
I go hella
twice his
hard.
size, weight-wise.
Takes his hat off, throws it on the ground, pulls his pants up. You could tell it's the same dude.
That security guard is not intimidated at all.
He's about to drop a
Trying to come at me on
stunner.
some fun shit.
He's just like, is this kid serious? I don't want to hurt you, man. Back
He's
up.
laughing at him, isn't he?
Bang. Good night.
Holy cow.
Now this is the greatest part.
That's the off button right there.
He don't stop. He ragdolls this kid around the hallway for another 2 minutes.
Jesus Christ. He's getting out all of his aggressions on this.
I can just picture him just taking these shots on the ground, just still trying to get out his spiel.
Yeah.
You know, go hard.
I'm
nigga.
hard. Oh shit.
So now the security guard's on him with his hand. Oh, there's a little replay for you.
Got knocked the fuck out.
He went to sleep, right?
That's awesome. He needed that,
was
man.
great. That was great.
He needed that medicine big time.
Anyways, to finish off our little fight talk, I wanted to revisit that video because when we watched it before, that second part of that footage wasn't in there. It was just him walking off and us hoping, just wishing against all hope that he was gonna get
That's
beat up by
great.
this guy, and then the guy lets him walk off. I go hard, cuz. I go hella hard. I'm 125 pounds, cuz.
It's amazing he got away with it long enough.
To where he thought that was proper behavior.
Well, yeah, he got they fucked that all up for him by not beating his ass then.
Yeah, somebody should have just smacked him
Oh
in his
no!
mouth.
Oh, word to Jafredo. We came from Barbados.
All right, I don't know if we're recording still or
We
not,
got
but
more
I
rhymes
think we
than
might be having a
The
problem.
Bible's got
We'll be
skater.
back shortly.
And now a word from our sponsors.
And with the beauty of technology,
Hove is back.
in the building,
Hove.
They still going ham.
I don't know what happened there. I got a prompt on the computer that usually means we've stopped recording, but apparently we were recording. I should have just said we were off and let Marcus keep going.
Yeah.
Really, actually. Like, I feel dumb after I hear myself.
So we are back after a 5-second brief interval. So I was telling you about this task 1 thing. Basically, I guess I'll start by saying I was really proud of my scene. Would you call it? Would you say it's our scene?
I would say
Oregon underground hip hop.
Yeah.
We're on the fringes.
I'm trying.
We're not deep in the
I'm
middle,
trying.
but you know,
It's a scene.
that's what we do.
He's a little bit deeper in it than I am.
1
but-
inch, exactly 1 inch deeper.
1 inch deep.
And Kynes is what?
I'd say I call it a scene.
Hey,
yeah.
can you
You guys all do shows together?
Can you actually say that again, but slower?
1 inch deep. Yeah. 1 inch
Ooh,
deep.
yeah.
Doo-doo-doo.
Okay, stop. I'm hard.
Real.
I'm already hard. And
The real.
this task 1 thing, it got weird. So the underground hip hop scene in Oregon, it really made me proud this last week, and I kind of missed the news last week because this did happen a couple weeks ago, but I'm glad I did because some more shit came out afterwards. Basically, when I first heard about it, it was a guy, Sammy Warmhands, who is a rapper that I've done a couple shows with, and really cool, nice guy. I just threw up in my mouth for some reason. Coffee's strong today. Oh my god, what the fuck is wrong with me? Sammy Warmhands, who on top of having the greatest rapper name
Yeah, I was just baffled.
known to man,
Like sitting warm hands.
Sammy Warmhands, He's great. He's fucking fantastic live. Really good dude. Well, last year he was touring with this guy Task One, and he almost came through Roseburg. I couldn't get any shows set up here, get anybody to fucking either couldn't get a call back or couldn't get an answer.
So,
There we go.
For Task One.
For Sammy, I didn't know Task, but Sam, just was like, we're doing a tour down through there. We'd like to get a show in between, and can you figure out something? And I tried, and just it wasn't happening. That the hip hop scene here is, I don't think people want it really.
We're in the wrong place for the hip.
Well, I think I could build it if I could get one person that with some strings to pull, like to give it a chance.
If you build it, they will come.
I thought
all over your face
on that idea. I think that Troxel and his buddy could put on a good show if they were interested.
Yeah, if they were interested in that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And
Maybe because they got connections to shit that people like.
Here's my deal on that. I think in order to give this thing a chance, because you're not going to make a lot of money off of it to begin with, but I think we're in a place where we could really build something and do it. But in order to give it a chance, I think you have to be a fucking hip hop head to begin with.
Yeah.
And want it to happen, and not. Because maybe there's not a couple not good shows, and it's like and people get disheartened about it, and
I'm
like,
done.
Well, that's why I was thinking those
it's
guys.
like, that's not what we're not trying.
If those guys did it, like those guys could put on a show where the people that you get the hip hop heads that show up just for that,
Right.
but other people would show up and end up seeing it because they're coming to a good party, like.
And they happen to like the music possibly.
Right. You'll get the guys that are coming that would show up to your underground show anyways, but then if you do it in one of these good events sort of things,
Right.
then maybe you pick up these extra ears that wouldn't have been there. I don't know. It's an idea. If not them, then you might be able to do it yourself, in the future.
I think and also the kind of the landscape is changing a little bit to whereas we were doing one show every month way back when 4 years ago or whatever, 5 years ago, 6 years ago. Yeah, we're. I think not only was that being promoted by a fucking corrupt, shitty painter.
The real.
That that fucking just sucked the life out of everybody.
Truth into
Yeah.
The
I love the
I'm
fake laugh. He did the fake laugh all the way through it.
I can't do it anymore.
Just let my emotions get a hold of me.
My hate
Dude, a spoken word like that can really do it to you.
Come on, son.
Fuck you, drama. Anyways,
Hey, do you like this painting?
so oh my god, after we trashed him last week, 2 days later I got another message. Hey, you want to check out my painting? Go click on this. And I almost just sent him a link back of just that last week's CaveCast. I messaged Dylan same time I messaged Marcus, and I said, hey, Drama wants to know what I think of his painting. Should I just send him a link? And Marcus goes, fuck yeah. And then Dylan goes, oh my god, why would you even fucking ask me? Of course you shouldn't. He's all, I know you're going to anyways, but so I don't know why you asked me. And just I get this long message, but no, I don't think it's a good idea. I didn't, because I forgot, basically, not because my heart grew or anything. I just forgot.
No, yeah, definitely no heart
And
growing toward him.
And the timing wasn't there. Anyways, let's stay on task here. Oh, as I bring it right back.
Hey, I was just spitting some lyrics from one of my favorite spoken words.
Back to task one.
Oh, didn't you just tell me that was your spoken word?
I mean, wait a minute.
Hey, you didn't.
I might have to issue an apology.
Ghost Rider.
So task one. Anyways, he was touring with Sammy, and they almost came through here. Couldn't make it happen. And this last week, I see a thing from Sam on Facebook, and apparently task one was taken to task, so to speak, over some lyrics that may or may not have been his. And basically, I've watched a couple of videos. He stole entire verses from and what makes it more kind of diabolical is
What it says here is a plethora of artists.
yeah.
That's a lot.
Wow.
And I've seen videos where they played his verse and another guy's verse back to back, and a 16 bar. There's a line changed.
He's stealing from other underground guys.
Yeah, that's what kind of makes it. He's not, because that kind of makes me think you put some thought into it to not get caught.
Yeah.
Like you thought, oh, nobody will know who.
Just-
I can't wait to fucking hear
Just like he
a
put
Monk
some-
verse.
Just like what
Right?
Mencia was
Just-
doing, man.
Just like
Like this guy never makes songs about girls breaking his heart. What the fuck happened here?
he said, just like he set this shit up.
Yeah.
Just like
So-
this shit is staged.
So basically, that Facebook post, Sammy said, "I'm in a really weird spot." Because this is a dude that's my friend. I consider him a friend and I like him as a person, but I'm also an artist. And, that's the fucking, honestly, that's the number one fucking, the golden rule
It's one of the few things you can do wrong.
in what we do.
Hashtag rule 1. Like that's
Yeah,
what I've
yeah.
said.
Yeah.
Hashtag rule number 1 is fucking,
Don't steal.
You keep it original or else don't do it. You know what I mean? If you have trouble writing your own raps, fucking then just don't do it.
You know what the
And-
problem is? There's fucking enablers.
Yeah.
There's people that will say that will defend people that steal even after they're caught, and they'll say he does it better or come on. The fact that these people are out there. I mean, remember when that guy got caught stealing Patrice's jokes?
Yeah.
There was half the comments were people saying, "Who cares?"
Yeah.
What do you mean? Who cares? He fucking stole.
Yeah,
Like he stole.
and not everybody thinks like we do, and that's why I
Yeah.
was so proud of this. Like you remember when Bob Dylan covered that Guns N' Roses song, and it's just like, why would you even attempt that, Bob Dylan? Guns N' Roses, like they,
right.
That hits close to home with me because my mom loves the Guns N' Roses song, and I had to tell her, yes, but you have to have respect for the first song that came out.
And I think we talked about it before. It makes you can get a little bit more of the emotion across when you're singing your own song,
Right.
Or as the listener, you can feel it a little more. Anyways, like we all hashtag rule 1 exactly.
Right.
Fucking you don't. Now there's a thing that I've done it before. I've heard lots of people do it before, where you're paying homage to somebody. Like I've thrown like a twist on one line of somebody's just to be like, that this was something that
was part of-
influenced me. Shouts, shout out.
Right. Yeah, but those are like tags, and they
Yeah.
and they come with this. Obviously, isn't mine.
Right. And
But-
and it's also a thing like, and if you, and with mine anyways, and if you do get it, if you do go, oh, that's a Sage thing. Or I don't think I've done it with Sage. I'm not sure, but
Yeah, I know what you're saying though.
I wrote those.
some
That's different than writing.
I've done a Pink Floyd. I fucking threw a Pink Floyd line into
Right.
a rap before. And it's like the people that get that, they go, oh shit, Pink
hear
Floyd,
it.
Right.
It means that much more. And-
Like okay, in the wheel. So I said something about the wheel in the sky and it had to do with Journey.
keeps on burning.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I won't go where I.
the wheel keeps on turning, so this journey's the shit, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
fuck.
Yeah, but that's like you're saying. That's something
It's
where,
homage.
where the person listening knows that you're given that source credit.
But as far as Botox Flow 8 has to say, y'all don't have to like his answer, but at least he apologized and move on.
See,
I don't know why I asked that or that added that Texas accent.
No, is that a real comment?
Yeah, that's
That's
a
what I'm
real
saying. Is you're
comment.
always gonna have that group that's like, who cares? He did it better.
Yeah,
Or
exactly.
whatever. Like,
But Leland Stevenson says, "Fuck you and your sister's tits. I ain't
Yeah.
gotta do shit, nigga."
Oh,
Leland.
all up in there. Fuck yeah, Leland. We'd like to have you call in. Oh, Jesus Christ, we gotta fuck it. Anyway, we'll call Fat Mike when we get back from break.
That Leland Stevenson actually started the comments with, "I wonder who wrote this apology for him."
Okay, so let's get there because task 1, like Ki, who we've talked about, he's the one we watched his battle.
Yeah.
He got on there and he's basically like, fuck this guy. There's no excuse. Even if he is a good dude, there's no fucking excuse for what he did.
I agree.
And he should be blackballed, basically.
And when you get a chance to watch this, you'll see why he says what he says.
Well, that thread started a big intergroup fucking beef.
Yeah.
Last week with this guy. His name's Landon Wordswell.
Yeah.
Which.
That's great.
Lands on words well.
I think that's awesome.
It's I've met him before. He seemed like a nice guy, but he got on there and was an apologist for this guy, and KI was just like, fuck that. He bit straight fucking whole verses, blah blah blah, and
he didn't have a ghostwriter.
So Landon started kind of bringing up shit like, oh, you just like inside shit, you know what I mean? You're just mad that I make fucking $1,200 a show, bitch, and kind of thing.
That's why he's sticking up for him.
Yeah,
because there's money involved.
Yeah,
that he gets
due to the contracts that hold up my paper.
And that's what he implies in this. Is that I didn't have, he didn't.
So
it was the demands, man.
So there's a big thing. Sammy's post said, I can't get a hold of my friend now because of the backlash of this. He shut his phone off, turned his Facebook off. He just fucking crawled into a hole. Yeah. And then a week later put this video out. So let's watch some of this. And I want to know the first thing the first feeling that you get from like the first 20 seconds.
Like, from reading people. This is a good read.
I am guilty of working myself and cutting corners. And by doing so, I broke hip-hop's #1.
Cutting corners and cutting the tapes.
I'm sorry. I felt that in order to advance my career, I had to take every feature that was offered to me, no matter who it was. Just that didn't really matter to me. I was just trying to do too much. And
is he really trying to make himself the victim?
A daily struggle.
Like, come on, man.
Yes.
It's just that's why everybody does it for that reason.
Yeah.
There is another
exactly because that's the easy
you knew
thing
that the
to
whole
do.
time.
There's another 5 minutes of that.
That's fucking
now,
ridiculous.
Kynes, I want to know what you think about the cinematography of this apology video. Seeing as how there's two different camera angles and they're cut and it's doing cuts back and forth.
Let's cut to the chase
on
here.
this.
It's
on
real,
this
it's real
heartfelt.
MTV-ish.
It's so MTV-ish,
yeah, it's
right?
like it's an old school MTV moving camera move they got going. In a really peaceful, nice looking neighborhood.
It gets so fucking annoying.
You expect him like his next line is to be like, it just gets rough living in this house with 7 strangers.
Yeah.
When shit starts getting real. And,
you think but you have no idea how many verses I fucking stole.
So he's saying he stole because he had pressure to produce.
Yeah.
His excuses get even just deep. It's he digs that hole deeper.
He wants to.
Is he gonna cry?
He wants to be able to admit it and still be.
I have a problem with wondering what I have to offer the world.
Yeah.
And at these moments like this, I let my low self-esteem get the best of me.
Ow!
Wow.
I started this rap shit. So.
He said what?
This is horrible.
I let my really? Because all of us in the underground rap scene, we don't have any problems with low self-esteem. Like that's not.
We're not loaded full of low self-esteem.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We're not hanging on threads.
He's just got bad character, man. That's all.
Jesus,
I mean, that's
Christ.
what you wouldn't even occur to you.
And that's why the friend that I know him as a person here. If you know him as a person, and he puts this shit out,
you can't co-sign on that.
You
man.
gotta go.
No.
Come on now, man.
He even admitted he knew it was hip hop's #1.
And this bled out for a long ways because apparently he's been involved with Black Alicious, Gift the Gab, and also Aesop from the Living Legends put up about 4 days ago on Facebook. It's recently come to my attention that a homie of mine is come under fire for stealing shit, and he basically said the same thing. He's like, he's a cool dude, but I can't sign off on this shit.
No, that's just it's fucking.
This is people. It's like we said. When you think about it, is me, you, and I have written before, and we made songs. You've made more than I have, but we were talking about it earlier, and there are people that do this, that write raps, that have never, ever, ever, or would never think about taking somebody else's shit. Or even use a ghostwriter, on top of that.
That one has always baffled me. I've done lines where it's been like, oh wait, why does that seem familiar to me? Because it's in my head, and then I go and it's like, oh, that's real similar to so and so, and I'm like, scratch it immediately off. Like, let's just back out of this room we walked into immediately.
Yeah, that's something that can happen to somebody. But this
people
guy,
think along the same lines.
This guy's lifting shit on purpose.
Whole verses, yeah.
Whole entire verses. That's
rhyme schemes.
I can't believe he thought he would get away with it.
Notebooks, you know.
Yeah, like the fact that he thought that nobody would notice is insane.
And the thing
to put this garbage out.
It's a community. Like everybody listens to each other's shit. And somebody's gonna put two and two together and be like, "Hey, why do you guys have the same verse?"
Yeah, and that's why I was saying I was real proud because you've seen in recent times comedians do that, looking out for their own and calling out people that are the Mencia thing, and even Dennis Leary further back than that, and the Patrice thing that you're saying. People caught on to that and shamed that guy.
Yeah,
and so it's just like these are the only kind of mainstream hip hop doesn't get that.
No.
They try to make the same songs because that's what's making money this month.
Right.
So let's keep doing that until the fucking well runs dry.
That defeats the purpose. Oh,
excuse me. Apathy, fucking
Diabolic, Shaw Stimuli.
There you go. He's got.
Let's get some more.
And those are guys that are actually fairly, big in the.
Well, Shaw Stimuli, he has songs all over Hip Hop DX.
Yeah.
And
Apathy's been around for a long time. He's dope as fuck. Same with Diabolic.
And he thought he could steal these guys' shit and nobody would notice.
Well, this
guy's got more problems in the future. He's gonna end up fucking killing himself in the bathtub because he's stupid. Like, the fact that he thought that nobody would notice or that he wouldn't,
Well, and the sociopathic apology that we're getting here of
I just have low self-esteem.
I wanted
to produce.
Yeah, I wanted to give the stuff for you people, my fans.
Then he goes even further into this. He says something, and when we get to it, I'll fucking say.
He's trying to act sad, dude.
The camera cuts really add to the fucking heartfelt.
The eye blinks.
I feel like I could have done things a lot differently.
Really?
I got caught up in the attention that I was getting.
Maybe not steal that notebook backstage that you stole that one time?
Yeah.
And I didn't care how I kept it. It's like, look, man, I battled with depression like for most of my life.
Eat a fat dick.
I've never been a
Look at that's the thing about you look at his lips and you can see that a dick would slide nicely into his mouth.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Big flat. I was a big fat black nerd.
Felt good.
Yeah, no shit.
I just couldn't. It felt good, but I just couldn't keep up with the demand.
Pause that.
I was a skinny
Demand.
little.
Pause that.
Gives himself a pat on the back while he's at it.
I'm a skinny little white weirdo.
Do you know how fucking insincere this is? That it reminds me of. Remember John LaJoie? Where he has the songs, he makes funny videos. He's on The League and he made funny videos on YouTube back in the day. Well, he had a everyday normal everyday normal guy.
Yeah, that's what it was.
He'd have these rap songs where it's like this hardcore gangster shit, but he's just talking about being a regular guy, and it's hilarious. But the song cuts out and he's like, and my back hurts. And then the song cuts out and there's a camera angle from the side of him doing this kind of confessional type thing. And he goes, I helped a friend move a refrigerator last month and really tweaked he's like, it gets pretty sore sometimes. Like just the way he goes, it gets pretty sore sometimes, like where he's like restarts to emphasize his seriousness. But anyways,
well, he's giving himself like a compliment at the same time of giving an excuse. He's like, the demand was so high. I had so many people that were just like, we need shit from you, task one.
So many people wanted to hear these fire fucking rhymes that I spit on a daily basis.
They want to hear my voice so bad that I couldn't keep up with,
Hey, Kynes, you knew who he was before you came here today, right?
No.
When Danny said to me, I had no idea who this guy was.
Yeah.
So
I don't think his demand's that high.
And I knew who he is because he's a friend of a friend.
Eminem
Friend
has
of an
a high
acquaintance.
demand, okay? And he's not lifting people's verses, so
The highest of demands. Yeah.
And everybody gets depressed.
I just fucking everybody wanted to see me just get on stage and spit these
Other
fucking
people's
awesome
lines.
rhymes that I do that I've become known for. And
All I can say is if you support this guy,
What it was,
you need to
what it
check
means
yourself.
to me,
Before you wreck yourself.
be somebody
I like
to you, to all of you. Like
I want to be somebody to all of you.
The man that people wanted. It takes a lot out of me to just continue writing the same type of format.
Stop
I
then.
mean, anyone
Yeah,
will
fucking
success,
quit, pussy.
you know? But
You're not an artist.
So you weren't smart enough to figure it out?
well, the water has been
Oh, did you see his Raiders hat?
So you weren't smart enough to figure it out?
I mean, for real, like, how many times can a man boast or battle?
What's that to do with
Pause. Let me answer that.
This is
Let me go ahead and answer
fucking
that.
How
A
did it-
bunch, a lots
Yeah.
and lots of times. People that are artists can do so.
Everybody that hasn't stole.
That's how many times
yeah.
exactly.
Add all those up.
God, that's what. How many to battle and boast? Is what?
Then talk about something else. Talk about something that fucking matters.
I can't wait till we get to our favorite part. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's his real thoughts.
There it is again. It really gets kind of sore sometimes.
Hearing all the backlash from this has me thinking about a lot of things.
Oh
Just
man,
hearing all these people talk.
this dude's such an actor.
Like where I'm gonna
But,
get my verses.
what really keeps me up at night is that,
I got caught.
I'm not gonna be able to write verses.
Yeah, I got
what
caught.
really keeps me up, what really bothers me the most is that
Trying to write original rhymes.
my choices, what I've done, has brought out the worst in all of you.
Oh, how did he not laugh when he said that?
Fuck you, dude.
That
Hot mic.
that is amazing.
Shit.
I forgive him for everything just because he said that. That is amazing.
The fucking sack on this guy.
He's a sociopath.
He
dude.
blamed it on us. He blamed it all on us.
Seems like I
Wow.
what it brought out the worst
that
in
is-
you.
He wants to apologize right now, not for stealing
This
rhymes,
guy
but
needs to
for that
run.
outburst that he just caused you to have just now.
You know what?
I'm
gonna
smoking.
He's running for office, dude.
Dude,
I'm
right?
putting this guy in a suit.
That is the most political shit I've ever heard.
Oh, dude, he steals from motherfuckers, gets caught, and then he says the worst part is that it brought out the worst in all of us.
Yeah.
Here's the thing here. Previous to what you said about what mainstream music is doing, trying to put out the same shit, he doesn't belong here.
Yeah.
With this.
Is he getting
independent
shredded on the
rap
comments?
shit.
Tell me that this
Oh.
comments he's just getting fucking burned because
Here we go.
I even
So basically he's lazy, has writer's block, and so he
Right.
steals other people's writing. Okay. Also, after watching this, I noticed he never actually apologized for stealing people's
yeah.
work.
Yeah, exactly.
He just made excuses and then begged people to forgive him.
yeah, you a fat dick, you thief. But that is awesome. Like this brought out the worst in all of you.
Yeah.
It was fucking awesome.
I don't even know if we need to finish it.
I haven't watched.
it's all
past
downhill
that.
from here.
I haven't watched past it, so
Marcus has no eyebrows left because he's just ripping them out.
Oh man, he must have really thought about this. before he sat down to. I mean,
Dude, it's
obviously
a
did.
2-camera shoot with
Yeah,
multiple angles, none of which he's looking directly into the camera in
And you
his
can tell-
lion eyes.
He's doing this.
Yeah.
He's moving his head from left
Yeah,
to looking
it's all.
this way.
It's literally he literally choreographed his movements. I think
Dude,
beforehand.
I'll tell you guys this much. That's one person that's not spitting the truth
Yeah.
in the booth.
no truth in them.
In my haters. You sound like, you got a good Jay-Z right there, I think. Ho! Okay, let's
All right.
actually, you know what? Fuck this guy.
Fuck.
Find
this
the
motherfucker.
parody.
Oh fuck.
Do the parody. Dude, somebody already made a fucking parody video
Good.
on this. But there's you
I
can
think-
find it on YouTube. Anybody that fucking
Either rapper, aka.
yeah,
I
there
think
you go.
task one is done.
He's
Oh.
done. He is done.
Yeah,
They are done. Okay,
this guy's finished. Fuck him.
this is the greatest.
You fell off.
What's going on? It's your boy Task One. I'm gonna look away from the camera because it makes me look sadder and ashamed of what I did. You know, I just want to apologize for getting caught.
this Mike?
You know, I've been at this for a while. You know, I've been thieving for a very long time, and I just can't believe I got caught. Like I've been battling with fuckboyism my entire life. It's hard out here when you a fuckboy, you know? It's like, what do? I want friends. We all want friends. So I stole niggas' shit. That's all there is to it, man. And it makes me sad, like it just makes me want to cry and shit, you know? Like, I just want to cry, man. Just want to let everybody know that, you know, I fucked up, but I'm still an artist. I mean, I'm a scam artist, but it got the word artist in it, so I'm still an artist. I'm still gonna rob motherfuckers. It's just
I'm still gonna rob motherfuckers.
I'm going to rob from people who nobody knows about because I thought nobody knew about these guys. I didn't know what I was thinking, but you know, now I know that when I rob, I need to rob. I need to steal from the poor
Right.
and give to me. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm out here, you know, if you support me, and you don't know the extent of the amount of thievery that I did, like I stole whole songs and shit, but you know, I'm not aware of that. Please continue to support me, cause you know I'm out here, and you know, so whole new old Task One. All right.
Yeah.
Much love to the ignorant motherfuckers who support me.
Perfect.
So we'll go take a break on that because
a
I don't
perfect
think we're
response.
gonna top that in this.
Your boy Task One.
Oh, unless we listen to it again, I guess.
My shit's off. I can't.
My shit's fucked up. Anyways, we're going to break.
All right, and now a word from our sponsors.
Old kids are learning how to jack their shit with amphibians.
I was so wasted.
Their feet are like hands. I want to look down my dick. 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 Oh, he's adorable.
Here's what grinds my gears.
Fuck you, ladies.
All right, everybody. This is Dylan with my weekly public service announcement. Do not ever pay the hooker for sex. Pay her for the good conversation afterwards. And that'll do.
Fuck you, ladies. Fuck you, ladies.
Here's what grinds my gears.
What grinds my gears is old ladies always wanting to fucking shut you down. Shut you down. Fuck you, ladies. Fuck you, ladies. Fuck you, ladies.
I'm gonna be doing this for the first couple minutes of that.
We are back from our
fuck.
little break on the CaveCast, and we have some breaking news. But before that, I just kind of want to talk about this dream I had last night.
Was it just a dream?
It wasn't really a dream. I just wanted to delay a little bit more. We have some fucking breaking news, and by breaking I mean heartbreaking news.
Or any bone-breaking news? I'm asking.
That is a very good
guess.
I would say bones breaking.
No.
And by bones, I mean...
No!
And by bones, I mean
No!
Johnny Bones. Let me read this.
Damn it.
Hold on.
Rumbles.
Jon Jones reportedly out of UFC 187 after... God damn it. After fleeing the scene of a hit-and-run car accident where drugs were found.
Oh, shit.
Johnny Bones Jones.
Johnny Bones Jones just lost his championship belt, right?
I don't know, man.
That might be the end for him.
I'm calling it now. He lost the belt. If it sounds as bad as it is. If it's as bad as it sounds.
Dude, that...
He hit and ran somebody?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know
He
yet.
hit and runned them?
He loves the cocaine. He loves the cocaine.
Yeah, he does love the cocaine.
Who's that?
Dude, I called this back in the day when he spent one day in rehab for testing positive for cocaine.
I mean, he had a near miss before. Like, he already got in trouble.
He got a DUI before, and then the coke thing happened.
Yeah.
Which he got in no trouble for, and he spent one day in a outpatient rehab or whatever. And now, apparently, I'm so sad right now. Like, we were just talking about how dope UFC 187 is going to be. And how I've been scared since they've announced that fight card that somebody was going to get hurt and get off the fight.
The fuck's his
The
problem,
fight I
man?
want to see is still on.
Connor and Jose, is that? No, they're after that. That's
Oh my god.
that's not the same.
I
but
hate things at this point. God.
Weidman versus Vitor.
It's not a viable one now.
There's some good Cowboy Cerrone and Khabib Nurmagomedov.
I have first row fan. I have first row. We can plug this fucking computer.
Okay. Front row Brian broke the story on his Twitter feed early Sunday evening.
Fuck John. I'm saying fuck a lot.
Oh, come on, you piece of shit. Are you kidding me with this ads and shit?
I just go fuck Jon Jones.
Well, Deal Tales.
Deal tells.
Deal Tales say
tells.
that they're scarce at this point. It looks like Jones was involved in a hit-and-run car accident and fled the scene due to cocaine being on the scene.
I want to find the Buck Cherry song. I love the cocaine.
Although this is strictly rumor until officially confirmed. Oh my god, dude.
I could just see him. There's
I don't know.
Video footage of him running off, and it just there's footprints of white on his trail.
They just follow the powder footprints.
Did somebody actually see him driving, or was it just his car, or what's the deal? Like, is there a way he could get out of it, or
no, it's his car, and I think it had cocaine in it.
Yeah.
That's funny.
There was cocaine at the scene. I wonder if like he hit somebody and then and just a big cloud of white pop like a mushroom cloud when he hit the guy.
that corner
like
of
an airbag.
That corner of the block sped up 30 miles per hour.
He's got a key apiece hidden in his airbags.
Oh man,
he's high as shit right now.
That's horrible.
Just grinding their teeth.
Oh, dude, I
didn't do it.
Yeah, it wasn't me, man. I don't know. I didn't see what happened. It just
Did he get pulled over in the car? Like, how do they know?
That's all I could find.
He did a hit and run.
Yeah, involved in a hit and run.
So he must have got caught by the police, like red-handed then.
Dude, I don't know.
I turned it off.
Oh, we're there.
Oh. Loudy mercy.
Oh, here we go. Oh, dude,
I want to know how that rock
that
got
is
up there.
that is super sad, man. But now he's not gonna be able to use this as his walkout song and shit. Like I don't know.
What do you think Fat Mike thinks about this?
We're gonna call him. You know, I really wanted to see him walk out to this song.
Oh man!
Can you imagine him walking out with his championship belt right now?
You should. You should just own it.
Yeah. You know, I just want to apologize for my hit and run accident. I really want to apologize for what it made those cops act like and made everybody all mad and shit.
Damn, that's a lot of cocaine.
I want to apologize to the family of the guy that I killed.
You think it's real?
And how nasty you guys got towards me. I feel like I brought out the worst in all of you.
Yeah.
I can see Daniel Cormier right now. Just that smile.
Smirk, yeah. You know, I just want to apologize to Dana White for making him call me all those names when I talked to him on the phone earlier. I want to apologize to the fans for making you guys call me an asshole. That must have been really hard on you.
Yeah.
And
sorry, I got you all worked up.
Sorry, I got you all worked up.
Oh God.
Fuck, man.
All right.
He must have a real serious problem.
I have a real question now. If it is something that that's quick, and they take his belt away, could that make this upcoming 187 a title fight still, or would that have to be a
if
process?
he fights, it's a title fight.
If Rumble fights?
If Jones... Oh, you mean if they get somebody in there to fight Rumble Johnson
if they just don't want anything to do with Bones anymore.
Fat Mike.
Because I guarantee you...
What's up, dog?
Same old.
You are in the studio with Munk and Kynes.
What's going on?
What's happening?
What's up, man?
Same old.
So we...
Living away from the man.
Nice. We just had some breaking news, actually. Jon Jones is out of his fight at UFC 187 due to a hit-and-run accident involving cocaine.
Well, that doesn't surprise me. I need heroin. But, you know, it's whatever.
Oh, all right. So, I guess, what's up with fantasy football next year?
I'm down as long as Marcus doesn't pick Bradford for me.
Hey, that Bradford...
Ray Rice's right hand will be on the couch cushion this year.
Oh, boy.
I get to take Dylan's spot.
Marcus
for how
wants
he
to take
acted during the draft.
Dylan's spot. Because he feels like he can get through a draft without blacking out.
or rolling down the driveway.
Or rolling down the driveway, yeah.
Or trying to give away his team.
Or drafting a running back that isn't even going to play that's retired.
Or I drafted a quarterback that wasn't going to play.
Quarterbacks in the first 2 rounds, the list goes on and on.
So
I don't know how he almost
So
made it.
Sunday till kickoff.
I honestly don't even know who won the championship because I checked out real early on when I had one win out of like in 10 weeks, I think.
I hit the title game. It was me and
sounds happy.
Camel ended up cheating.
No way.
Camel got the championship.
I think
we thought he was going to be
Let me
tough.
call you guys back in like 5 minutes.
Okay.
Oh man, all right.
All right.
Okay.
You put
We'll see
your
you in
all
a
into
minute.
that hand job.
All right.
Dude, so fucking out of 187, there it is, right there. And like I knew.
How quick do you think the sponsors are dropped?
Well, Reebok,
Nike. Oh, he's with
Nike already dropped him a while back
because they knew the Reebok thing was coming anyways.
Yeah.
Oh, Reebok might not want him.
Well, Reebok is the sponsor of the UFC now, so it's like
they might be like, we don't want that guy. But not in that type of voice.
Dana's gonna do something about it.
Man, dude,
Dana feels like he got fucking slapped in the face.
Hosed, man, hosed.
I guarantee you, the first time that happened, when Jon Bones talked to him, everything he told the fucking media, and I guarantee you, I don't guarantee it, but I imagine it was the same sentiment that he had.
And he barely got in any trouble for that, and Dana was probably thinking, okay, now he got his little scare.
Just a little bump.
He'll settle down.
Yeah.
And no, this is worse.
Yeah.
He loves
way
It
worse.
didn't stop anything. You had his teammates going, no, he's spending way more time in the gym now. He's looking, he's more focused on this.
He's
than,
in there 24/7.
I love the cocoa.
I'm in love with the cocoa. I love the cocaine.
Song.
Guy likes his cocaine, man.
Yeah, he loves Jon Jones. Can you guys imagine this going down as who was the boxer that the Dire Straits guy wrote a song about him, the boxer that got
one that in
drug
jail.
overdose.
Oh, not the one that was in jail?
Not Frazier. Doon 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 doodly doon. Oh, I can't think of.
He did that.
That didn't help at all.
Nothing.
That made me think of Donald Cerrone. Really?
Oh, that boxer.
What's the lead singer of Dire Straits' name? I keep forgetting it.
Oh, I was Peter Townsend.
No.
That's the Who.
I know.
He's got a Who.
I don't know
name,
any
though.
of the Dire Straits guys.
Dire Straits is.
Fuck me.
Hold on. My brain.
Let me think. Clickety click,
brain
clickety
is
click,
racking
click.
in your
here.
chicks for free.
I knew his name was Mark Knopfler.
Mark Knopfler. Yeah. He's kind of.
It's Knopfler. If you don't
Mark
know how to spell.
Knopfler. Sonny Liston. The song for Sonny is what it's called. Like Sonny Liston, he kind of got involved in organized crime and stuff like that a little bit, seemed like, and he always had run-ins with the law, and then he ended up fucking drug overdose in his bed.
Right.
And people were scared to fight him.
After he drug overdosed?
Well, after he drug overdosed, he was dead, so everybody was lining up for a title shot. But everybody wanted a shot at the champ after that.
They bring him out and hang him up on some wires.
But,
and all that.
Mike Tyson versus Sonny Liston. Watch Mike Tyson punch the
He's
shit
just
out
a
of
skeleton
corpse.
now. He died 18 years ago.
I know.
I know. I know.
I'd pay for it.
He really throws them bones.
I know everybody hates Bones, but I think it sucks, man. He's
serves him right.
Arguably the best, between him and maybe Mighty Mouse or whoever. Is it
character flaws?
He's literally on top of the world right now.
Yeah.
And he's fucking it up.
He's on top of a pile of cocaine right now.
He might have just ended his whole
How
career. He
old
could have
is he?
just ended his whole career just
When
now.
did Bieber do this? Justin Bieber did this when he was 18.
Yeah.
Right?
Mike,
not when
what's
he was
up?
28.
We're talking about Bones. Talking about Bones again.
Touching bones.
But I wanted to talk about. We'll get back to the Bones thing real quick. But I wanted to talk about another fantasy football endeavor that you guys embarked upon. Was when you guys that went to Joe Lane thought that you beat the Fremont Generals in the 9th grade Civil War. That was kind of.
Are we really going back to
That was
Let's not talk about this because the only game
that was a little piece of fantasy.
It was the only game I fumbled the ball. It was all year on kick returns, and it was because I'll say it. Ty McCool wouldn't let me use his receiving gloves while it was pouring down rain. And I know he doesn't listen.
Well,
so
I mean,
That's on Ty then.
Well, I'm not going to buy into Monk's excuse on the fumble.
it was raining.
But
I had my glasses on.
Are you, okay? I could see how you could make an
did we
argument
win?
for how it was tied, but how could you possibly think that you guys won?
We didn't score.
If I had been on the team, it would have been over.
Robbie Nicholson's touchdown got called back because of a very blatant clip.
Jamie Cole.
There's a blatant clip.
Jamie Cole.
Jamie Cole.
He still to this day swears up and down that he didn't do that.
He swears up and down he didn't do a lot of things.
That's where the downward spiral started.
So
it was the clip in 9th grade.
I mean, aside from the fact that you guys never even smelled the end zone, what was your reasoning behind you thinking you won that game?
I still don't get
Because
it.
the final score was, if I remember correct,
0-0.
it was 13-12 because no one could kick a freaking field goal or an extra point.
No, it was 0-0, dude. Oh, you're.
0-0. You're thinking of a like 7th or 8th grade.
I'm gonna have to fucking call the question of the witness into play here, and I think I want him drug tested. 13.
It was 0-0?
It was 0-0.
I'm pretty sure we won that game.
No,
It
it
was
was
0-0.
It was straight up 0-0. I remember it because it was the worst game I've ever played in my entire life. Actually, it was the
So
no scoring. That was such a boring game.
That sucks, man.
one of the things that was
Pouring
funny
down
too is
rain.
we
I
decided to
fumbled.
have a rematch last year, and
No one showed up.
nobody made it happen.
Yeah, nobody cared.
I wanted.
I mean, look, we're all 30 years old and fat.
Yeah.
Hey, you
this is
Well,
really-
talk for yourself.
Monk's not fat.
Marcus still has a
You might be
boyish
the
figure.
exception to the fat rule about it, but you know,
Hello, ladies. That was.
I mean, come on.
Horrible.
no one would. Someone would have broke something.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was
That's
bad
what I was
news.
thinking when you guys were putting it
Matty
together.
Walker
I was
wasn't
like,
his BMT, so that
Oh, I
would've
would have
helped us
broke
out,
someone's
but there's
ankles
no
on
way
a
he could've
freaking
saved us all.
cut. We have a tambourine.
Going back to that 9th grade game, Danny, did you play?
Yeah, dude, I was in there on 2 kickoff returns, asshole.
So was I actually.
And
And the very last play
I
of the
would be
game.
one to argue that the only reason we were in that game is because of my spirit on the sidelines.
I have spirit. Yes, I do. I have spirit. How about you?
Dude, I patted a lot of backs and kept the morale up in that fucking sideline.
Let's be honest
Smacking
here. You
asses.
were smacking asses.
yeah.
The
I
thing
touched-
I remember from that game the most is at the end of the day just being like, fuck, I had Troxel all game. Trying to get past that guy and yet get ran over on the opposite side of the ball was
Yeah.
just not easy for me.
Well, the thing I remember most about the game was how straight they got the sideline chalk. I really had.
Well,
Really?
I'm going to guarantee you it was Grosh and he was probably drunk.
Yeah.
Had a lot of time to study that.
Grosh was shit faced.
Oh, that's something new. Did you guys' coach have a little
No, he didn't.
little problem on the sauce?
No,
No.
he did
No,
not.
but, I mean, it's Grosh. You never know.
We all got
Yeah, that's
really
that's
quiet
all.
right
That's
there.
all we were saying was that.
Allegedly, folks. Allegedly.
No, I take what I said back. I was blindly saying stuff because Mike was saying stuff.
Oh, now we got a turncoat.
He wasn't drunk.
Throwing you under the bus.
He was on coke. He wasn't drunk.
He.
But I want to touch base on something that I believe it was last week's episode where Kynes was talking about the Manny Pacquiao Floyd Mayweather fight.
Oh, I'm gonna hand you over to him then.
I wanted to talk about the new
What's up?
eatery in Texas called
I
Tallywhackers.
vaguely remember you saying something that you think this is going to be, you know, a very good fight. I
Yeah.
just want to throw my 2 cents on it. Pacquiao has that face that you just want to punch the shit out of.
Yeah.
So to an extent, I hope that Mayweather just knocks the holy living shit out of him.
That seems to be the plan. He's been knocking out his sparring partners in sparring, I guess, because he's going for the knockout allegedly. So hopefully,
Well, allegedly, I don't think he has knockout power anymore. I think you're gonna have to work him down.
yeah,
TKO.
it's been a while. I mean, besides Hatton,
But just
RKO.
I hope that by the time it's done, Manny Pacquiao's face is just one big blister.
yeah, I'm going for.
But yeah, he wins the fight.
I just want to let everybody know that we
It
are
could-
not
it
talking
could
to a
go
big
that way.
lesbian right now.
Hey,
Because I hate Floyd Mayweather.
Everybody fucking
Right?
hates
On
Floyd.
record,
right?
I hate the guy.
Floyd, I'm the only person that
Pacquiao's
likes
gonna
you.
knock him the fuck out.
Yeah. Hey, watch what you say, Mike. He's an avid listener.
Yeah,
Pacquiao
yeah.
is
Well,
gonna
I
pack a punch.
think that seems to be the case with everybody. Is
I actually want Floyd to win.
everybody wants Pacquiao to win?
I want Floyd.
That seems to be the case. Most people
And
want.
Most
I'm
importantly,
hoping so
God
because
wants Pacquiao to win.
I just can't stand Floyd
Lord and Savior
Mayweather.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Good.
Well, that's why people
I believe
tune
in
into his
God.
fights. Is either to watch him lose or win.
I believe in God.
Well,
I
yeah.
believe in
I
good.
mean, I'm all about a guy making his money, but come on, you really got to flaunt it with a $1 million bag sitting next to you wherever you go.
Right.
Should we do the hang up thing on him?
So that cockiness is what drives me insane.
Yeah. No, I get it. I get it. There's other guys that I hate that are like him.
But you can't hate who you love.
Right.
Actually, you very much.
I was gonna say you wrote 8 songs about hating somebody that you love.
I gotta get back to work, but I hope to maybe join you next weekend in studio.
Oh, I would like that.
I wrote far more
Fuck
than
yeah.
8.
So, because I for some reason with a stroke of luck ended up with a Sunday off. So
No, that'd be really cool. Not a chance in the world.
I will be in touch with you guys over this weekend or this next week and set something up so I can be in there. Hopefully Dylan will be there so I can make fun of him.
You check your schedule,
to
we'll
the
check
fullest
ours, and
extent.
Dylan
Yes,
will
you
have
can
to ask
catch us
his
here
girlfriend
every
if he
Sunday
can
at
come.
2:00 p.m.
I
Dylan will ask his warden if she can sign the permission slip to get him out the house.
He needs a permission.
This is true.
God.
Peggy's a nice lady, though. Let's be honest.
Yeah, she is. She's a very nice lady.
All right, guys. I will catch you
Peggy's
next week.
amazing.
All right, brother.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Have
Later.
a good one, Mike.
Oh, thanks for bringing our conversation to a screeching halt. I hope you don't do that next week. I'm just kidding.
You do want to get him and Dylan here at the
Oh,
same
man,
time, though,
yeah.
'cause it'll be a shred fest.
Yeah, you might be able to take the next week off.
Yeah.
we should buy a 6-pack and just have it sitting on the
Everybody wants Pacquiao.
porch for Dylan when he shows up.
I think there's gonna be a lot of disappointed Pacquiao fans in the world May 2nd.
You
I
hope
think so,
or you
too.
wish. I hope he does what no one thinks he's gonna do and he knocks him out.
If Pac wins, I think that's how he wins.
Well, I was saying Floyd. I would love. I mean, who wouldn't love to see Floyd knock him out? Well, the people that want Pacquiao and put money on Pacquiao to knock him out.
Hey, Floyd took his path. He decided to take the role as bad guy, so this is what comes with it.
Yeah. And back to the Jon Jones
He
thing,
will be
because I
remembered.
want to beat this like a dead horse, because we're the first getting to it right now, folks. We're
We
the
sort
first
of
people
actually
first
are.
people podcasting about Jon Bones Jones right now.
Because
true.
I've checked ESPN.com and MMA, and I can't find shit on this.
Rogan's not going to get to
Danny
it till
might
Monday
actually
or
be
Tuesday.
making this up.
yeah, that's what I haven't actually seen. He has been holding.
Oh
his
my
phone
god!
Away from me this
I
whole
am
time.
so not that smart. That'd be a genius move. It really would.
No, I
Yeah,
seen
but-
his honest reaction outside, and he was like, "What? No!"
I wouldn't tell them.
Yeah.
Oh god,
This must be the real deal.
Marcus almost choked it out of me. It was a thing.
I
It was a
almost
whole thing.
guessed it. If I would have guessed the next fight up, I would
Yeah.
have guessed the fight I wanted
Well,
to
well,
really see. I wanted to see both fights.
And
though.
you almost had me convinced there that Connor was fighting on that card, and I was like, oh, I don't care if Bones is out of it. And I'm like, oh, that's not for another couple weeks after.
That's crazy, man.
And I know, and I still keep thinking he's fighting on this card, even after I was told 30 minutes ago.
How long are we into it?
We are 77 minutes into it.
Yeah, I got another 30. I can
Okay.
do.
Yeah, I don't think we'll go even that long.
Okay.
I like it. So like what I was saying earlier before Mike put the brakes on everything. Do we call him Fat Mike anymore? I don't know if that's a thing. or-
And them's the breaks.
I've never called him Fat Mike because it's a perspective thing.
I feel bad because I called him Fat
Because
Mike.
me and Mike
I
have
never
always been
do.
about the same
you
size.
have to
so-
start introducing yourself as Fat Kinds just to.
So when I'm talking to Mike, it's just Mike. Otherwise, yeah, it'd be Fat Kinds.
Oh, it's already implied between you two.
Well, I'm on his level, so I
Yeah.
can't call him Fat Mike.
Yeah, like if we had a black friend, it'd be Black Tony, but
Right.
amongst him and his other friends.
just
Well,
Tony.
if they lived in Oakland, it wouldn't. Yeah.
For me to call Fat Mike, it would imply that I'm less fat than him. And I'm not. So
where I was going with mine was not to be Doug.
in fact, I find Fat Mike to be a little insulting of a name.
When it
fat
came,
shaming.
when it came out of my mouth, when I asked if Fat Mike if we should talk about the fight, I felt badly. I said Fat Mike.
It's something that's been there for so long.
Yeah, thanks to
And
Dylan.
since I've said
Dylan.
that, I've said Fat Mike 5-6 times. So,
Yeah, I don't think he cares. He's so used to it.
I thought you were gonna say that he's so fat.
He's
Like,
so fat. I
He's
mean,
so I'm sick of his fucking fat body.
he's so fat that he doesn't have feelings. I mean,
We're really sorry. Well, I am.
hey,
I'm sure
I
everyone
went on
else is
record
also.
as saying that we're equal. So
I'm skinny, so
yeah, you can call him that.
Me doing that stands for everything that I'm against.
Yeah, it'd be like
if I was a shit ass human being and you went and looked at my Facebook and I said something like that, and you go like, "Oh, this guy's a fucking fake piece of shit."
Yeah, technically though, that is his nickname.
Fake
Black Lives Matter hashtag.
All lives matter hashtag. According to
So-
Sage Francis.
Did you see any of the stuff in Baltimore? Apparently, this guy Freddie Gray got beat to death by the police. He came out of a transport van with his spine severed
thing?
in 3 places or something.
You know how I'm usually the guy that likes talking about this stuff. It just took me out of my good mood.
Oh man, I'm sorry.
Fuck, this is sad.
I was
shit.
trying to go to something else right now, but I can't get my fucking phone to work right now.
Did they beat the shit out of him in the car or something?
I
like
think
that?
so.
They said he needed medical attention before they put him in it.
Yeah.
That he absolutely needed it, and they should have
Medical attention from what?
Being
somebody else beat him up before they got to him, is what they're saying?
I don't think that's how that works.
Yeah.
I don't know why I just typed in Brooklyn and searched it because Brooklyn
in the house.
Yonkers.
Hey, type in
Harlem.
I can't get
from Chicago.
I can't see if you can get the YouTube to work because I can't get the fucking
YouTube.
Type that in. Try to find that video that's like the third one down. Because I can't get it to work.
What the
fuck? You might be able to leave that out. I don't know.
Oh, I put it in there.
But I don't know if you saw this video. It's have you ever heard of the Black Israelites?
No.
They're like a group of brown dudes because I saw like Hispanic people too.
Yeah.
But they call themselves the Black Israelites, and they say basically that they are the real Jews.
They go, "Nice try, white guy." They don't like us.
Yeah, they say that they're the real Jews that came out of the desert with Moses, and they basically stand on these street corners in New York and just yell at everybody walking by like the most racist shit, and like two dudes holding hands. Fuck you, faggots. That's why God hates you. Blah blah blah. Yo, cracker. Yo, you girl's gonna get raped, motherfucker. You know, just like all kinds of little skinny white bitch. You gonna get raped. You know, and fucking.
They call themselves the Black Israelites.
Yeah. See how ignorant these motherfuckers are. These people are horrible human beings.
I don't understand how are they laying claim to be.
They have a whole thing, but
yeah, I'll look it up.
The Mossad.
Oh, finger pointing.
Look at the gang mentality.
Some dangerous finger pointing going on.
Oh, these guys get scary. Like
somebody attacks them and they punch one of the chicks.
They get scary mean. They're mean.
What's that chick's pro? Get the camera out of my face.
Don't touch the camera, bitch.
I'm surprised they didn't grab her by her hair and throw her
down.
Death
to Whitey, they shout.
Oh.
Well, a camera cut.
She racist. Here, there's one point in this video where the guy goes, he's a Jew, he's Jewish, you know, and he's like, he's all, I'm not a Jew. He's all, you guys are black. And he's all, oh, he just called us black. He just, you racist ass, cracker ass motherfucker. Yo, and then he goes, then he turns to his buddy and he goes, yo, nigga, he just called us black. And it's like, what are you doing?
So they're just standing out there waiting for shit to happen.
Dude, they're trying,
They're starting it. Like,
they want to get.
I'll skip forward.
They want to get their
bit.
group on the news, shit. Is what it is.
It's an 11-minute video of them just fucking.
Here, I'll go 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, I think they're doing this because they were ordered to from the higher ups.
Moses. And they read out of the Bible.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I don't speak English.
Oh shit.
Get on, man.
Y'all believe in the Bible?
Why are you speaking? Your man's here. Your man's supposed to be dealing. Oh, you're not supposed to be speaking the truth, so I'll talk to your husband. That's right. She came up here like a moth to a flame. Yeah. She came up here like a chill wife. He's right. But you know what? You know why she came up? Because she's a BBC co-star. That's right. That's right.
What?
I missed that.
They're all laughing like it was a good joke.
And this fucking coward just tried to shake their hand.
Yeah.
Oh, he said they were saying that to her.
They were saying your lily white girlfriend wants some of this black diak.
And he's laughing. He was laughing with them.
Yeah.
You know, I don't get that.
I think his laugh was more like this.
I might fucking if I had a baseball bat right now. Yeah.
So they just stand out on the corner starting shit, pretty much.
That's it.
The black guy spitting on them. Or a chick. Is that a chick?
Yeah, it is.
Crackhead. That was a chick? I thought that was DMX in a wig.
Oh, that's a chick.
What? Alright.
They're speaking Hebrew to them or something?
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck.
I've had it. We could just discuss this now.
sorta-
Yeah,
Hebrew now?
it's like infuriating, but these guys are like real live online trolls. Like
Yeah, they're just sitting.
they're
on the
saying
street.
everything they can to piss off whatever denomination or whatever type
They
of
must
person.
be trying to get some heat for
Yeah.
their group or whatever.
Yeah,
They want to get on some headlines and shit.
And
I
that
heard.
makes a lot of sense why they wouldn't be promoting that.
Yeah, they're super misogynistic. You didn't see any of the Chinese people that walked by that they were just screaming gook at for no reason, like
Right.
other than to just be fucking garbage people.
What the fuck does that have to do with being a black Israelite?
I don't. It's so confusing to me.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look these guys.
These people exist in New York, but there's tons of videos and on all this shit. You know, them just standing there shouting out of the Old Testament and fucking
Right.
and you gonna get raped, little white bitch. It's
Fucking lost. These guys are lost souls. man.
Which, by the way, I just decided that's gonna be my term of endearment for my girlfriend from now on. Oh, I love you, little white bitch.
Oh, I thought you were gonna go with the full on.
But maybe they're looking at trying to get a church off the ground. You know, it's a scam. And
Scientology, I've seen weirder things happen.
Exactly,
I saw a
it's a-
fucking sci-fi writer. start
they
a
might
whole
have watched
fucking
Going
movement.
Clear and thought, we'll get our own.
I watched the first half of that before I fell asleep the other night.
Yeah.
So creepy.
Yeah.
So
What was
fucking
it?
creepy.
It's
Going
just a-
Clear, the Scientology.
It's a money.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a money
it's-
grab, and these guys might be looking at that and going,
The
"Hey,
little-
man, there's money to be had."
the little machine that they have where you have to hold the two.
The e-meter.
Yeah, where you have to hold the two things, and they have alligator clips hooked up to wires to this machine, and it says like clear in the middle, I think, and
Yeah.
and you're getting your thetans and I don't know. It's so fucking weird. It's like, really, who bought into this?
A lot of fucking people.
Rich
Somehow.
mother like bought into it. Yeah.
I think it's more about being in like a money club for some of them.
Right.
I think some people buy into the e-meter shit.
Some people go play golf. Some people go fucking grab onto cylinders that are hooked
I
up
think
to wires.
the other half of it is being in like the Illuminati. You know, like Scientology took on the IRS and won.
Yeah.
You know, they're gaining power, they're gaining money. So for some people, it's they buy the bullshit, but other people want to be a part of this Illuminati type group, you know. that makes money.
Yeah.
If you get get into Scientology and you make it up the ladder very far, you start making some of that pyramid scheme money, and
it's all just a big pyramid scheme.
you take advantage of all the dipshits that are just coming in and forking over all the cash to get their thetans in order.
Man,
I'd take a front office job at Scientology just if they were like, we're going to give you $80,000 a year, and all you got to do is e-meter these dumb shits every week. I'd be like, sign me up.
huh? Be like, I don't know. I think you could use a couple more sessions.
I'll exploit these dumbasses.
Well, and the whole thing behind that e-meter is to put you in a room alone with somebody and then tell all your deepest, darkest fucking secrets
and
to
then
them,
if
right?
you ever decide to leave,
It's like, you're unburdening your soul while they're recording down all your confessions of shit that you never told
it's
anybody.
very simple, but
tell them where
pretty
the body
ingenious.
is. Yeah. So now they got you by the fucking short and curls.
And the thing is people don't realize that telling your biggest, darkest secrets all itself makes you feel better.
Yeah.
You feel unburdened. So if you could tell that to a puppy instead of an e-meter, and you'd feel about the same.
Just as long as it cocked its head once or twice.
Yeah.
So it was doing a cute thing.
You
and
always
knew it
feel
was
better
listening.
when you unleash your deepest, darkest stuff, and at least to
Yeah.
somebody. That's half of therapy is just getting it off your chest.
Right. Those fucks.
Yeah.
That'll be $600. You're welcome for listening.
Oh yeah. That's why I just take it out on my roommate.
Right.
I just if I have something that's on my mind, I say it like it.
We were talking about football a minute ago. What happened?
And if you
But
can
Fringe was so good.
you can convince everybody that this magic machine is
nerd.
reading them at the same time, then
Dude, and it's so low tech, the machine that they have alligator clip. They can't even afford a soldering gun.
Yeah.
They have fucking alligator clips. Like really, there's this much
You'll
money in
have
the
to-
religion, you can't spend it on fucking just somebody to solder
You have to
wires.
set a couple hours aside for the Master one night because it's worth watching.
Now what's the Master?
It's the Paul Thomas Anderson movie where
about Scientology.
basically
Paul Thomas Anderson. He's not the one that
he did There Will Be Blood.
Oh, he's
Boogie
a
Nights.
director, okay.
But Philip Seymour Hoffman plays L. Ron Hubbard. Basically,
Yeah, that's
they
right,
don't
okay.
call it Scientology in the movie. They call it The Cause, and they don't call him L. Ron Hubbard. They call him something similar. But it is the Scientology story from start to finish. It even has the Sea Org, basically.
the Sea Org.
Because he starts off on a boat because
Didn't he tell a bunch of lies about getting stranded?
oh yeah,
He was in.
Yeah,
He
a
said he
total
was in the
fucking
Navy
fraud.
and his boat got shot.
And it's the same thing in the movie. At one point, his son tells Joaquin Phoenix, he goes, "Don't you realize he's making this all up as he goes along?"
It was.
That's really what it
seems
the
like.
Sea Org.
The Sea Organization is.
Sea Org.
He started like a fleet of boats because one, he was running from the IRS, and two, he was like in the Navy at one point. So, like there's a special sect or group within Scientology that's called the Sea Organization, and if you're in the Sea Org, you're considered kind of like in the inner circle.
No fucking way. I just put in seaorg.org and the Church of the Gerbil came up.
Oh, nice.
I just
Nice.
wanted to see await magic transport or click to enter.
I like it. The Church of the Gerbil. Got the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster.
Yeah.
I like that one. What's
just
what's
had-
the saying for them?
The spaghetti monster one?
Yeah,
I don't know.
they have like a saying, like in Noodles We Trust or something like that. I forget
Yeah.
what it is.
They're trying to get that off the ground.
Passion of the Starch. I forget.
That's the one thing I learned from the documentary, though, is it is hard to get your church recognized and get the tax break. But they basically, how Scientology did it is they opened up a bunch of lawsuits against the IRS, so many that the IRS said, okay, if you guys get rid of all these lawsuits, we'll okay you as a...
Dude, I feel like between the three of us, we could figure some sort of a
That's
cult
what I got.
following.
We
got
got to do something.
Well, I mean, if the Church of the Gerbil, go forth upon this earth and spread the holy words of the sacred gerbil on earth. Go forth and prosper. The cog does not support the hamster
I think
dance.
if we just-
We do, however, fully support the the satiric hamster dance.
The satiric hamster dance.
I want to.
Why? At least we.
I want to
modified the
start
graphics he sold.
a hardcore fundamentalist Christian
I think we could do it.
sect that believes in following the Bible 100% literally, and that includes stoning people for working on the Sabbath. That means we're gonna get our hands dirty a little bit.
Yeah,
because
you got to begin,
Every
start
we
cleaning
have-
off.
Every Sabbath.
and the appeal is going to be that we're doing it right. We're doing it by the book.
Oh,
We're the only ones doing it by the book.
behold the
Exactly.
flying spaghetti monster he boiled for your sins. Be touched by his noodly appendage before it's too late. Noodly appendage.
Yeah.
Something about pasta. I don't know. There was they have a funny saying, but I think H.P. Lovecraft already has our fucking church set up.
Cthulhu.
I've said a prayer to Cthulhu every day of the CaveCast that we've ever done. So we got something.
He's a good enough lord.
Dude, he's a 10 times better sci-fi writer than fucking L. Ron Hubbard.
Yeah, L. Ron Hubbard was garbage.
He was garbage.
Yeah, I
He's
tried to give
God.
I tried to give Battlefield Earth.
Yeah.
And
Dude, he was a garbage sci-fi writer. He was garbage at brushing his lower teeth, apparently, because those things are jacked up.
yeah.
And then apparently somehow, dude, he stumbled into a fucking something that lasted beyond him. Well, I mean, I'm sure they're probably transferring his soul into a baby every 40 years or so.
Yeah.
Right.
He's been alive.
Yeah.
They froze him and threw him into a volcano.
He
Oh,
is.
yeah,
he is the internet.
Do you remember the Dianetics commercials from when we were kids?
No, but
if I saw him, I
Natalie
think I would.
Natalie did.
Dude, that's the volcano reminded me. It was just a magma spewing out of a volcano, and it would just go Dianetics.
Yeah.
And it was some really vague do you feel alone in this world?
Yeah,
Or
are you
like,
depressed?
are you
I
depressed for
remember
no good
that,
reason?
yeah.
Dianetics by L. Ron Hubbard. And I just always I never really thought into it very much. I was just like, that's weird. Kind of. I wonder if it'd be a good book to read. Like
He exploited, the dummies in the world.
the poor and the downtrodden.
Mhm.
Yeah. Fucking Johnny Cash just wore black,
Yeah.
and he fucking handled biz. Well, I'd like to at this point thank our Lord and Savior Cthulhu for
making this room sweltering.
putting a shadow on all of our souls and allowing us
and a tentacle on our hearts.
shadow on our souls, tentacle on our hearts.
Don't forget about. I was just looking
Praise be His name.
at my events
Allah.
on my Facebook
Cthulhu.
post, and I don't know if you remember.
Are you a terrorist?
I don't know if you remember. I started an annual. I have to find the exact. name.
Slaying of a Virgin?
I have
Blood orgy?
Yeah,
Something?
I have a name for it.
I forgot about that. This is gonna be second annual, right?
It's
It's coming up, folks. Get your goats ready.
Damn it. I think it was the annual
I love the
blood
orgy.
sacrifice and chili cook-off. If I remember right.
Blood sacrifice and chili cook-off.
Yeah, I'll have to get back to you on that. But
What's in the chili?
we might be able
Soylent Green.
we might be able to get some, followers.
I think we could start. I got a pit out back. We could turn it into an altar really easily.
Yeah. I'm thinking what the fuck going on here?
The 9th annual chili cold.
You
blood
think if
chili
we
cook-off.
spill enough innocent blood in the backyard, we could actually grow our own Cthulhu?
Possible.
I wonder how much virgin blood do you think that would take?
Ooh, we could make our own pool. I think swimming in blood would be rather easy.
Here it is.
Here, we
I'm
found it.
sorry.
Annual blood sacrifice and chili cook-off.
When's the date?
It's not till November,
Oh Jesus!
so we got time.
Yeah, we got lots of time to practice.
This is just an annual event where we spill innocent blood
Hey.
and see who makes the best chili, and he who we call Cthulhu's name. Bring the kids. So we'll have to keep that in mind.
and I know everybody out there is thinking like, oh, it's not till November. I got plenty of time to go find a virgin to sacrifice, but I'll tell you from experience, folks, you do not want to save that for the last minute. You'd be surprised how hard it is to find a virgin that nobody cares about.
Yeah.
Last minute, you know.
So you're typically going after, early teens.
Yeah, so start looking now. Early teens, you're kidding me these days.
Yeah, those.
Well,
You gotta get under 9, or else you ain't gonna find
or
that innocence.
really, really ugly, like that nobody would have touched it. I mean, yeah.
I was gonna say something politically incorrect, so I'm not.
Yeah.
I won't say retard. The Down syndrome.
They're not virgins when he's done with them. That was the problem. I kept finding virgins, and Marcus just would
that's
fucking.
That's a good idea though, because I have access to.
See?
Bam. Last thing we'll get into today. I kind of wanted to hear your thoughts on it. Nate Quarry, who's a retired UFC fighter.
Dementia people.
Yeah, you know what? They're around. If you look, you could find them.
Just open.
Well,
up.
people with dementia usually have already, they've had kids and stuff and get it later. I don't know why I said dementia.
That's why they got dementia.
Yeah. The kids.
But what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, Nate Quarry. He fought a kid with Down syndrome, a 19-year-old kid with Down syndrome, for his first MMA fight.
Yeah.
And he ended up getting tapped out in the second round by the Down syndrome guy.
Right.
Because that was like his lifelong dream. Apparently, he won some sort of low grade title. What the fuck is that dog going nuts for? But anyways, I was like kind of wondering what you thought about it, because like Nate Quarry gets this big pat on the back for going out there and doing this for this kid. You pretend to lose fights to handicapped people all the time
for a living,
and you get no love except for
no love
paycheck.
whatsoever. Was it for the UFC or
no? It was just some small organization.
I think it's cool that they let him, that they let him fight.
Yeah.
I mean, Downs is one of those things that has levels.
He's top of the level.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's the thing is Downs is something I'm not used to working with.
Right.
Because I don't have any of the, but I've been around a bunch of those guys. I just haven't cared for them.
Right.
And by cared for them, I mean I didn't hate them. I just didn't. I didn't have to take care of them. I just don't care for.
I want them to die.
I could care less.
All people with Downs.
Yeah, but I think it's cool. I mean, but yeah, I would.
Stop your vaccinations.
I do that all the time. I get hit by people,
Yeah.
that are disabled, and not really a big deal to me anymore.
Yeah, and just like Nate Quarry, you can't just go out there and stomp a mud hole in somebody just to win the fight.
Oh, dude, there's
or
times.
to arrest them, because if you're handicapped dealing with the police, you may get arrested or you
come
may
back
get
around.
shot.
Well, one of the guys I take care of actually arrived at the house after
I got my one shot.
He was tased by the cops, and he had 2 black eyes. He arrived at
What?
Yeah,
this really happened?
Yeah, one of the guys I take care of, he actually arrived at the home for the first day to live there with 2 black eyes, and he had been tased by the cops. The cops don't.
And that was just a conversation he was having.
The cops don't
He
fucking
wasn't even doing
differentiate, man. I mean, if you swing on a cop or you don't settle down for him, they don't give a fuck if you're.
Well, you saw the dude with the screwdriver.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. So you see how they don't differentiate.
Yeah, there's a choice.
My boy.
That's crazy.
God, just right in front of his mom.
That guy was surrounded by like 12 cops, right?
I will stop talking about cops like this.
On that note, well, let's wrap it up for the day.
Hey, at least the cops treat him like people, though, right?
Is this all they can ask for?
They treated him like they would any other guy. They shot him dead.
Oh yeah, I want to end this by
let him bleed out.
I want to end this by saying a good fuck you to Michelle Lenhart. I hope that you don't get a high-paying job somewhere else after your stint with the head of the DEA because you locked up way too many Americans for no reason.
And another fuck you to Task One from me.
And a big old fuck you to Task One from everybody in the room. And also a fuck you to Sean Lowry of Sean's Precision Drunk Driving.
Yeah.
You're going to jail, bitch.
A long time.
Long time. He pled guilty. The guy owns a lube shop here in town. Killed a girl.
That's a very successful lube job.
Very successful.
Isn't that fucking weird? That
ironic.
He's gonna go to prison, and he's lube jobs was his thing.
Well, it's weird when you drive by and you see him
think
working.
somebody hasn't made that joke there right first day he was in?
I guarantee he's heard it a million fucking times. I forgot all about it. I have to admit this before we go. I actually gave that man business since that happened because I totally forgot about it. And it wasn't until I was sitting there getting my fucking oil change that I realized where I was at. And I was like, oh man, I just...
Can you pull that oil back out?
Yeah.
I got to get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, and here's the thing, like...
You're a giant piece.
He was like, do you want us to change your filter? And I was like, sure. And then I left, and he called and he said, hey, we charged you for the fuel filter, but we didn't change it. And he had me come back, and they put the fuel filter in.
He's all sorry. I've been drinking a little bit.
Yeah, and I was just like, so I had...
I'm going to drive home now after I change your filter. Ooh.
I mean, I don't know if the guy's nice or whatever, but he fucking killed somebody.
Then didn't
Pay the piper, man.
And then didn't do the right thing until...
John Jones did too, probably. Like he hit and run, didn't he?
Yeah, I think
take
so.
Off?
They found it was 36 hours before the police had to go get him.
Christ. All right, well, let's wrap this up on a fucking somber note. I meant to just go with a big bunch of fuck yous and not innocent death.
Yeah. Yeah, fuck you, innocent death.
Actually, that's my metal band that I'm coming out with in 2 weeks. Innocent Death. Yeah, so Munkus. Oh, wait. Follow us on Twitter. At Danny, I'm surprised after 44 episodes, this is not just robotic for me at this point. I still constantly forget.
And we're very sorry if we brought out the worst in you.
Yeah. If we should so happen to have, if you hate on this video, I just want to apologize for making you say those horrible things and bringing out the piece of shit that is inevitably inside your soul.
And don't forget to
the human
comment, subscribe, debate us, challenge us, critique us, and tell your friends.
Touch us.
And task 1, if you hear this, steal my lyrics next so I can get a little bit of heat off that shit, dog. Yeah. Come on, help a brother out. Give back. Give back everything that you've taken from this community.
I have a better plan than that, but we'll talk about this afterwards.
Off mic. All right, that's been the CaveCast. Follow us on Twitter at Danny Admire, at Munkus CMP, at St. Kinds. And go like our Cave Music page, facebook.com/Cave Music Production.
Tell your mom we said hi.
And indeed do that.
And Danny Admire on Facebook and Marcus Simone on Facebook.
Yeah, you'll just get us through the Cave Music one.
It's pretty easy.
Every one of them can get interesting at times.
Fuck social media.
Especially when Kinds takes a couple weeks off the CaveCast. Facebook gets busy, son. All right, Marcus, why'd you pick this song? What's the song?
I picked Sage Francis, Blackout on White Night, because it popped in my head. And really, this song is a very beautiful song he wrote while he was in Italy during a rainstorm. In a phone booth.
Lost.
In a phone booth.
Funniest podcast in Oregon. If you don't believe me, come see me, bitch. CaveCast.
Too good to last, he thought. Might as well have been a dream, he thought.
Lights are out, phones are dead, and I'm the only thing that's running in the city. Except for the clouds, and then they're coming down. If I knew my way around, I wouldn't feel so dizzy. Where's the telly? Nobody can tell me. I don't speak a lick of that language and got a slippery memory. If I spelled it all out on my arm, only if, but I didn't, so I think get a grip, kid, deal with it. Baby's waiting for a ring, won't settle for the substitute excuse that's forming. I got a complicated case of escapism. For her, I try to rewire my nature, too tired to wake her up out of that artificial calm she was on. A drug-induced future that slipped out of her palm. Seductive rain dancer, she thinks I'm waterproof, like Superman doesn't need a roof over his head. When I come home to roost, I need truth to hold in bed, but I'm seeking salvation in a booth. and the phones are dead, and the lights are out, and I'm the only thing that's living in this ghost town, except for the clouds, and then they're coming down. If I knew my way around by now, I'd be bound for home. Blackout on white night in Rome. Blackout on white night in Rome. I know that I'm in love, but I know I'm out of touch. And I know that I get dumb when I can sense something's up and then I bottom out. European tailspin, scrawling messages out on my pale skin in hopes they get mailed in before the ink poisoning takes effect, and it gets smudged cause I budge before letting paint set. I get judged by the ones who have shelter and rain checks while I trudge through the mud cause this foreign terrain's wet. Regain consciousness and lose common sense. The ominous dark skies that lie between me and Providence are signs. The obvious answer isn't standing on your face with stilettos on if you pop the question wrong. Every song's a post afterthought. I won't grab the chalk to outline my body of work. Toe tags get caught in my teeth cause my foot is in my mouth, and the spurs are in my words so my tongue can't dismount. Even after our rapport had fully run its course, couldn't figure out the most heroic time to jump from the horse and place this old hat for the last time on the coat rack. But I donate all of my earnings from this race just to know that. Resisting urges to go back and get it later, like the milk wouldn't sour itself in the refrigerator. A wet boy in a dry state on an old country road where tradition has a blind date. I make it dance on its own grave tonight with a change of direction by the pale moonlight. And if it needs theme music, I'll break out the bagpipes and play a tune you ghost wrote me in a past life that goes like. Blackout on white night in Rome.
I'm just spitting poetry to the rain, and which sounds dramatic, and it is, but worked because it was just fucking word release finally after writing it in my head and not being able to talk.